Hey guys, Gabriel Varga here. I want to talk to you about what way your thumb should be facing when you throw a hook. I've been around the world, I've trained with a number of people, and everybody tells me something different. And I have my thoughts on this, and I'm going to share them with you guys today. So stick around, guys. After the intro, we're going to break down exactly which way your thumb should be facing when you throw a hook. Alright guys, I've traveled to Thailand, I've trained with coaches from all over the world, I've had so many people give me so much feedback about which way you need to have your thumb facing when you throw your hook. And the first thing I want to say about it before we get into breaking down exactly which way I prefer is it's really up to you. It shouldn't be me telling you this is the way you have to do it. I will share with you my personal preference, and I'm also going to tell you which ways have certain advantages for certain lengths, for a certain amount of power. All that will break down, but just keep in mind that this is my personal preference and you guys should test out all the different punches on the bag, on pads, whatever, and see what works best for your body. That's how you really get better. That's how you perfect your style. So first off, let's get into my favorite way to throw punches. And if you've watched me fight before, you will note that generally I punch like so. My thumb is facing up, or would be if I could actually stretch it out and it wasn't connected, which reminds me, guys, give the video a like if you're enjoying it. Get subscribed if you haven't. Now, because this is my personal preference of hook, I want to explain why. And for me, it's all about pain. When I hit pads or a bag like this or like this, I've been told to throw like this before, I just find it aggravates my shoulder. Now, does that mean I never use it? Definitely not. And we'll get into that after. I've scored a massive knockdown having my hand like this, even though 90% of the time I throw my hooks like this. So I'm open to adapting. I'm not stuck in one way. And you guys should be the same too. I think it's best to try everything out and use things in certain situations. But in my personal opinion, my personal preference, throwing my hook like so, especially down to the body, feels the most powerful to me. But the issue being, as I start to lengthen my hand out further and further and further, the punch gets weaker and weaker and weaker. So if I land a hook like this, it's not going to have much power. But if I flip it, and now I land with the knuckles instead of the fingers, it is going to have some thump behind it. And I'm going to throw up a clip right now of when somebody moved in on me in my first Bellator title defense. Somebody moved in on me and I went, boom. And again, this is not the way that I would normally throw a punch. I would normally just come like this. But because of the distance of the punch and the angle that I needed to throw it at, it just made sense in the moment to throw it with that direction. Have I thrown it like that much since? No, but it worked in the moment. So for me, thumbs up. 90% of the time, that's the way I'm throwing. If I throw to the body, it's pretty much only thumbs up unless I'm throwing a body hook with MMA gloves. Then you have to be worried about your thumb. Then I'll turn it over, and I did that in one of my MMA fights as well. I landed a nice crispy body shot with the thumb facing towards me. So if I was going to break it down for you guys, going to make it super simple for you to understand, I would basically say as the punch moves further from my head, my hand starts to flip over. If I recoil back, it'll start to flip in this direction. I'm never going to throw a hook this tight to my head. So if I was going to show you guys from the side, it would be about here. This does not hurt my shoulder. I can throw 100% power at that distance. As I start to get out further and the punch starts to weaken, I then flip over, and for some reason it doesn't aggravate my shoulder anymore. But don't listen. The big takeaway from here is don't listen to any of the gyms or any of the different spots that tell you have to throw your punch in one specific way, like it's the only way that it works. That is bad instruction. It's bad teaching. It does not work like that. Just because it works for one person to throw like this doesn't mean they should be teaching everybody else to do that. Play around with it yourself. See which way you like to throw. You can try the long ones with your thumb facing down. That might work well for you. Down to the body, I like to throw like this. My brother likes to throw like that. Who's to say who's right and who's wrong? Neither of us are right, neither of us are wrong. We're just doing what works best for us. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to quash that argument, that conversation, and just say, do what feels best for you. You're going to hear me say that time and time again on this YouTube channel. I'm going to show you the way that I do something, and then I'm going to show you maybe 3 or 4 alternative ways, and I'm going to say, pick what works best for you. Because I'm a big believer in everybody's body is different and everybody's going to have a certain way of throwing something that suits them best. I mean, sometimes there's just things that are 100% wrong, but this is not one of those cases. This is open to interpretation. Anyway, guys, if you want, throw in the comments below, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumb towards yourself. What do you prefer? If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, get subscribed, guys, Until next time, train hard, and I'll see you back here soon for another video.